She's making some good points. Yes, sir. Good points that can be put in a video that you're about to make right now. I have to make a video about a text, about a few texts. Chaos, come on now, bro. This is baseless content. Shut that shit now. I was up at 8 o'clock with you on Twitch while you were doing your reaction to Megan Thee Stallion's Good News. So you listened to all of her songs, all 17 or 9,000 of her fucking songs. I seen you react to every single one of them. I was in your head while you were doing it. What you saw, I saw. So don't play that bullshit. So you know exactly what I want you to make a video on, nigga. Nah, shut the fuck up. Always got something to say. Just do the video. Everyone wants you to do the video. You do this to me every time. Cause you ain't thinking right. That's why I keep doing this. You ain't thinking right. You gonna do the reaction. Do it. You gonna do it. I don't want to do the reaction. Yes, the hell you are. I don't want to. You're going to do it. I don't want to do it. So you're telling me she just dropped the review. She just dropped the album. And yeah, me with all the good ideas. She just dropped the damn album and you telling me you're not about to capitalize on these views? Yeah, look at you thinking about it. You want to do it. You want to do it. I'll do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make another song review. Okay. That's all I wanted. This is, see, we on the same, we thinking the same now. Now we thinking the same. Stupid ass. Ugly as hell. Do the damn video. Cross-eyed boy.
You was living all inside my head. I ain't never felt more alive. Niggas really never touching bread. Get that pain heavy out your eyes. Hitting different way you.
What is good with y'all, man? All the culture talking to y'all, man. What is up, TKG? How y'all doing? Hey, man. If y'all was in the Twitch this morning, y'all literally just see me. So, I mean, here I am, still at work, still doing what I'm supposed to be doing. We listened to the album together, so y'all know exactly what my reaction was to a lot of the songs there. I think the overall feeling I got from the album was Megan Thee Stallion still on the same stuff. She's still on the same stuff. This is no different from her last album that she dropped, Sugar. This is no different from Sugar. This is no different from Sugar. And you know what I'm saying? Like I was able to listen to Sugar because this was my first initial listen to Megan Thee Stallion, and I got a good general, you know what I'm saying, consensus, you know what I'm saying, just a breakdown or what am I trying to say? Like a summary of what her style was, pretty much. And it hasn't changed. I went on record to say that Megan Thee Stallion is the best female rapper in the game right now. And that has not changed. She still is the best female rapper in the game at the moment. She still is as opposed to mainstream, she is the best female rapper. Clout, popularity, numbers, all that. Put all that together, Megan Thee Stallion's on top. She's been called the best rapper of, you know what I'm saying, this year, and I disagree. I do think that Megan Thee Stallion is definitely in that conversation for best rapper of the year this year, but I cannot sit here and give her that mantle just based off of what I've been hearing. And if this album is anything to go off of, if everything I just heard is anything to go off of, this album is a good reflection of what I can expect from Megan Thee Stallion for the next 10 years, because she's young. She's young. She's, you know what I'm saying? She's about to, you know what I'm saying? She's young. She's about to go ahead and, you know, she's for positivity. She's for women's empowerment and everything. But I think this album, if she was going to talk about anything in this album, it should have been talking about the, you know what I'm saying, the women's empowerment, the Black Lives Matter shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, this was the perfect opportunity because everyone's got their eyes on Megan Thee Stallion right now. You've been forward on SNL and everything like that, and it's like, okay, that's cool. But you still had an opportunity to shout out these things that you want change for. You didn't talk about none of the things you want to change for. All you did was you talk shit on Tory, you talk shit on Kelsey, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? You talk shit on the guys that you don't want and everything. So the general, you know what I'm saying, the album, like, I'm about to get into the breaking down the songs and how I felt about the songs individually. I did rank all the songs, so without further ado, I'm not about to talk on the album no more. I'm gonna just, we're gonna talk about the songs too and why I ranked certain songs the way I did. So let's get into that right now. Before I get to talking about the songs in this album, I want to say the only people that are gonna get offended by any negative thing that I say are going to be Megan Thee Stallion fans, are going to be people who wanted this album to be good, looking for people to say that this album is good. People that are going to get offended are people that are looking for this album to, looking for praise for this album. So if you're looking for praise, if you're looking for somebody to pat Megan Thee Stallion on the ass, you're going to have to leave this video. Because even if I was here to give praise, I am going to give praise. I always give credit where credit is due. But don't come to anybody's videos or don't show up to anyone's, channels solely just for praise on one person, so you can feel good about yourself and you can feel good that someone agrees with what you agree with. Like, that's not how this works. Criticism exists. Constructive criticism exists. Critics like me exist. I like Megan Thee Stallion. I like the talent that she has. But this album right here was not it. So without further ado, we're going to get started with Shots Fired. And this song actually gave this album a aggressive start that I liked. The dissing to Tory Lanez and Kelsey, I actually, I liked it. Megan is not supposed to be quiet on her end, even though this little beef has been drawn out way too long. But Megan is allowed to speak her piece. And there's going to be people out here that say, oh, why is she making this diss? Who cares? Like, Tory made a whole, album dissing everybody. So, hell, Megan can make one song at least. I thought that the rest of this album was going to be a revenge album like Tory's, but it wasn't. We'll get into that later. But definitely like this song. Was thinking that this song was going to be the tone or the theme of the album, but it really wasn't. Next, we got Circles. I gave that a 7, and because it only went down because it really was talking about the same thing, but it had, I guess, the beat wasn't as good as Shots Fired. It was talking about the same thing, so I could have really gave it the same rating. And as you see, there's a lot of songs in here with low ratings. That's because a lot of these songs had the same subject matter, talked about the same thing, it was just on a different beat. So I couldn't by any means rank some song better than the other, just because, I don't know what. She said a few, dope lines. I didn't hear any dope lines though. That's where we get into Crybaby. Crybaby is where my interest in this album started to drop, because I actually was liking it after Shots Fired, after Circles, and then Crybaby came on, and the baby's talking about, oh, I miss that pussy, I ain't been in that pussy in a minute, oh man, let me get some of that pussy. And the word pussy ain't been used so much in this album. I just dick and pussy and ass, like I couldn't believe it. The baby, I guess, did his job if we're talking about what the theme of the rest of these songs were like. So good job on the baby's end, good job on Megan Thee Stallion's end. But again, the theme is just, the theme of this album was so confusing. I didn't understand what it was supposed to be about. Most would say, oh, it's a women empowerment theme, which I hope no one's saying that. So I just, honestly, from Crybaby all the way down to Sugar Baby. I mean, look, Sugar Baby is absolutely one of the worst songs I've heard in a while. I mean, it's got to be one of the most toxic songs I've heard in a minute. I mean, Megan Thee Stallion is just on the highest tier of toxic here on this song. Again, if you are listening to this and you hear me saying negative things and you're getting triggered, you have to leave. I'm not gonna sit up here and sit and watch people in the comment section say shit like, oh, you're just a hater, when this is just a genuine reaction. I like a few songs here, which is why I'm gonna do it on the tip, which, I mean, that was just I only gave it a 5 because the beat was nice. City Girls did their thing. Movie, we were talking about the same stuff, sex and, oh yeah, boy, hit it from the back, oh man, lick my ass crack and all this shit. Body has the most annoying hook of all time. The body, yaddy, 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 yaddy. It just pretty much sounds like she's saying yaddy. So, I mean, songs with annoying hooks tend to I'm not going to listen to songs with annoying hooks. Let's just be clear. You're not going to listen to a song with an annoying hook. I don't want to be that person to listen to a song and just skip around the song. Like, if I can't listen to the hook, I can't listen to the song. So Body is probably the worst song here, next to Sugar Baby. Next, we have What's New. I actually like that song because she was right back on her aggressive shit. Like, if she'd have put this in the beginning of the album, like, this album probably, you know what I'm saying? Like, she had a little streak going for songs that were repetitive and talking about the same thing over and over. And then she got to What's New. What's New was a pretty aggressive, I don't give a fuck. Like, oh man, what's new? Y'all still hating on me? Oh, I'm that bitch. Oh, blah, blah, blah. So, like that song. I did like it. And it had a nice beat to it as well. So, definitely broke her little streak for a second. And then she got right back on it when she, worked that. She went right back to the sex talk. And of course, was right back on that sex talk. And then she got back on a little streak with Go Crazy. Now, Megan's verse on Go Crazy was nice. Big Sean's verse on Go Crazy was nice. 2 Chainz messed that song up a little bit with him being offbeat, and he just could not match neither Megan nor Big Sean's energy, and he kind of threw the song off. It probably would have received a 9 or some sort if 2 Chainz was good, but he was not. So it still was a pretty nice song. I would go back and listen to that song again. It's not that bad. But then Don't Rock Me to Sleep came on. Oh my God. I mean, what a surprise. I was expecting that, her streak to end. We just had one good song. We're right back on the same shit. I seen that song, I seen the title, Don't Rock Me to Sleep. And I was telling myself, yeah, this sounds like another little sex song. And it wasn't. I'm sure she mentioned it here and there, but it was a pleasant surprise to hear Megan Thee Stallion sing for the very first time, and she actually has it. She has she had something there. She had a good little theme. She has a nice voice. It was a great takeaway. It was that to me is the standout song, and it is the best song on this album. So Don't Rock Me to Sleep is getting the gold star from me. And it's definitely, something that she needs to experiment with more. She needs to, start, if she made a whole album like this, it'd probably be one of my favorite albums of the year, honestly, because it's not bad. She gave me a different view of her in a sense. It was a good song. Borderline great. Like, I liked it. I really did. She had the melody. The hook was good. I couldn't believe it. To backtrack a little bit, or to go back, Freaky Girl got a 6 out of 10 only because SZA was very good on the hook. It was talking about the same old little sex thing, but she got SZA. I mean, SZA can do no wrong in my eyes, but I was still being not biased during the initial review on Twitch. I was saying that SZA was, it just seemed like she was outside of her lane talking about sex. So I was a little disappointed to hear SZA kind of go outside of the norm. But yeah, I still liked listening to SZA. She's always a delight to listen to. You already know how I feel about SZA. My crush on her. But after Don't Rock Me to Sleep, we got Outside, and that was another good song. Again, Megan Thee Stallion had a nice little 3-song streak going on here. If this was all this, Outside, Don't Rock Me to Sleep, Go Crazy, and What's New were all in the beginning of the album, and the rest of this was at the end, like, I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be complaining. Like I just said, half this album was pretty decent. Half this album was pretty good. But that didn't happen. So I got some pitchy patchy. I got some, I didn't absolutely hate this album. There were songs in here that I did enjoy. So for anyone that's coming in here looking for just straight up hate like this, no, definitely not what that is. Because Megan has when she's not straight up talking about sex, she can, like, when she's dabbling in different things, she can bring some form of, if she had a definite theme here, I feel like this album would have been a little better, because either it'd have been better or it'd have been a lot worse. Because if this was straight up about sex, then I probably would have just not liked it all together. But no, it had a couple things that it was experimenting here, and it definitely has me, it piqued my interest in wanting to listen to a lot more Megan Thee Stallion. So I'm definitely waiting for some new, singing songs from her, definitely. And then the theme on Outside was pretty good too. I definitely liked it. Savage, we've heard before. Girls in the Hood, we heard before. And then Don't Stop had a very annoying beat. And then Young Thug didn't make it any better, which is why it has the rating it does. All in all, this album was kind of pitchy patchy on the theme, but it had some bright spots. There was a few bright spots here. If it's going to be an overall trash can, if it's overall just trash, it's a few clean spots on the dumpster. We'll put it like that. Or if it's good, it's a few shit marks on a piece of gold. We'll put it like that. So, I mean, for me, I wouldn't go back to listen to this. There are a few songs that I would go back and listen to myself. Like Don't Rock Me to Sleep, that's definitely going in my playlist. Outside is going in the playlist, and What's New is going in the playlist. But everything else is kind of skippable, meh. Like a lot of these songs are skippable, honestly. These are songs that if you listen to it and you're a Megan fan, like, I'm not sure, if you're a Megan fan, I'm sure you can listen to this entire album, and if you can take some time away from twerking in front of your kids, not throwing shade, but I mean, just a little joke. I forgot, it's 2020. You can't tell jokes, but let's be real here. Let's be really real here. I'm about to boil all these numbers down and get a ranking, and I'll be right back. So give me a second. So if you've seen any of my album reviews before, you know that I go by a certain little system. 1 to 5 is trash. 5.1 to about 6 is an album I think needs work. 6.1 to 7 is an above average album. 7.1 to 8 is a good album in my eyes. 8.1 to about 8.9 is a great album. And then 9 to 10 is a culture classic. And I'm telling you now, this ain't no damn culture classic. And this ain't great. So, without further ado, let me tell you what it actually got. Good News for me is going to get a 5.2 out of 10, which means this is an album that I believe needs work. Now, I was being unbiased with the album. I wasn't too harsh, and I wasn't too, and I wasn't showing, favoritism to anything. This was a complete unbiased ranking here. Much like the rest of these rankings that you see up here, which I've already done videos on. If you want to check those out, go ahead, check out the channel, go surf, find them, they're there. I can't find them. Surely you can, but 5.2 out of 10. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, again, yes, this is an album that needs work. This is an album that could have been better had it lacked a little less sex talk. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that all the sex talk was bad. I'm saying there was so much more sex talk than there was everything else here. Like, you're going to give me one singing song. You're going to give me like 2 hardcore rapper songs. And then you're going to give me 2 diss songs. And then the rest of it is just straight, like, just sex. Just oh yeah, fuck me good. Eat me out in the hood. Yeah. Like, it's just like, it seemed like the sex songs were filler to get to the songs where she was experimenting on something different, which if that's the case, then I understand. But that's not the case, because this is usually what Megan Thee Stallion's on. This is the flack that I usually give Nicki. Now, if I did this same shit with Nicki, probably I'd have the same response. So, for sure, this is not a bad album. This is not an absolute trash album, because if it was trash, then it just meant that, oh yeah, like there's so like 90% of it is bad, 80% of it is bad, which that's not the case. It isn't at all. Megan had some very good songs here, actually. I truly believe the song where she was singing, Don't Rock Me to Sleep, that song right there, that if that song is not on the Billboard, if that song is not getting more attention, you already have, this is, people want Megan for sex. And then that's what they're going to get if that is what's going to get more views. So unfortunately, I already know that's the case. I already know Megan's going to sell about 150,000 on the first week, just based off of, the controversy that she suffered. All the drama that she's been through, that she's talked about in the song with Shots Fired, is definitely going to have people curious listening to it. So, again, if anyone was coming here for just straight up Megan Thee Stallion slander, you didn't find it. And if anyone was coming here for Megan Thee Stallion positivity, you didn't find that either. You found both, but no one was coming here for outright one simple emotion. I gave Megan credit, and I gave Megan some criticism. So I should not be seeing anyone in the comment section talking about oh, you're just a hater. Oh, you're a misogynist. Oh, so you want Megan Thee Stallion to talk about how she loves men and how men are the superior. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna be on that division shit in the comment section. So be on your best goddamn behavior. Don't sit up here calling anyone out for what they said and making opinions. It's just opinions at the end of the day. If you have an opinion, surely you can go on social media, make all your little rants on social media, say I'm a misogynistic fuck and everything. And I'm sure there's a bunch of people that'll listen to you and agree with you in the insane commune that you're in. But this is my opinion. I think the album needs work. I think the next Megan Thee Stallion project should reflect a little more on her singing and the stuff that she experimented with here, because I'll be honest, the songs that she experimented with were actually pretty successful. So I definitely look forward to hearing her next album, because, this has me curious for the future, because this was not outright terrible like I expected it to be. So that's about it. Of course, if you like this video, go ahead and share this to people that you think will like it as well, or, would probably like the topic. And of course, go ahead and follow the social medias you see in the description box below. You already know what it is. I'm All the Culture. Y'all can go ahead and vibe, have a good time, and I'll see y'all later, man. Peace out.
Coming in, yeah, flex. I just wanna